Monica, guys, welcome back to our Marvel Spider-Man 2 playthrough.
Hey, just wanted to let you know you got a package here at the house.
Okay.
I put it in the garage for you. It's from Norman Osborn.
Oh, interesting. Thanks for letting me know.
Yep, okay.
Break time's over.
Sure, I'll still keep the anti-venom suit on me. Let's do the last EMF mission. Let's see what normal left for us. Alright. Oh, is that a plant?
What's this? Lance and a thumb drive? They say you should never plug in a drive of unknown origin. But I know Norman, I think.
Harry wanted you to have this. That's what the note said.
Peter! I put this together for you because I knew when we got through this crazy time, whenever we got through it, I wanted you to have these. And I wasn't positive I'd be here to give them to you myself.
Harry.
After the Emily May Foundation was destroyed by Craven's hunters, I went to see what I could recover before it got boarded up. In the box, you'll find a piece of bark from my mom's tree, and one of May's blossoms. And I thought, if you gene splice them together, we might get a hardy enough plant to produce seeds.
Wow. Well, okay.
Let's get to it then. Okay, so I need one of each. I mean, this could be in either position. Okay, let's see what I have. If I put this one, let's say we put here, let's start like that. And that one there. Not exactly, okay. I don't have a 3. I have a 3 here, but not a 4, actually. Hold up. Can I swap around then? Let's say that one there. Okay. Let's see. That one like that. What can I connect there? Ha, nothing. If I do something like this, then I won't have to connect it there. Regardless. Or maybe... if I do like this. But then I need a 3 here. And I won't have from the other things. And that can be like that. This feels like it's an imposter. I don't have connections that much. See if I put this one here. If I put this one here. Like this. And then I don't have here. Ah, freak. Okay. If I put the water there. Still no. This would have been nice, but no. Although I think I got it. There we go. Perfect. So the one that I thought it was an imposter is actually the one that I needed.
I knew you could do it, Pete. Now, you know those little bee drones we salvaged from the field studies? We just leveraged their relocation data sets to plant those seeds around the city.
You're some kind of genius, Harry Osborn. Let's get those bees working.
I know. It'll be years before we see the results. And who's to say where you and I will be a week from now, let alone years from now? Which is why I did this simulation to show you. So Emily and May will live on in the city, and of course, in us. I love you, Pete. I really do. And I know the Foundation didn't end up going the way I'd hoped, but there's still no one I'd rather have tried it with. I bet by the time you get this, we'll have already started a new Foundation. Just me and you. From scratch. Go us.
Go us.
Oh, one last thing. I got a little something for you. Wear it in good health. Love you.
Alright. Well, this actually kind of reminds me of Guardians of the Galaxy, like a Star-Lord outfit around the helmet. Life story, okay. Let's get the last look that's available, and yeah. Alright, and now actually, since I finished the game, I do have available the normal black suit when you got it, and then the symbiote. And then we have the anti-venom. And does that mean 4 miles? I think I had something extra for Mars as well. Or not. But yeah, I'm glad that I have these options after the game. And with that, that finishes everything. 100% should. Exactly. Okay, as much as I love you, Harry, and this suit, but Actually go for the advanced suit for now. And you know, I did see one of the achievements. And you know what? I'm gonna do this, the achievement, in this episode. I'm assuming we'll be in the same location. What I'm looking for. So yeah, that was the game. I'm glad that actually, I'm hoping because of the patches and whatnot, did not get any other crashes for the rest of the game. Oh, hey Danica.
Welcome back, Dana Club. We did it. We survived the impossible. Drove back a friggin' alien invasion. And we did it together as heroes. Spider-Man led the way, and every day New Yorkers rose to the challenge. Today I am so pleased to talk with one of those heroes. Author, journalist, and avid motorcyclist. Please welcome Mary Jane Watson. Thanks, Danica. Please call me MJ. MJ it is. So, I ate up your book about Symkaria in a single sitting. Thank you for giving this to the world. It's so important. I heard we're going to get even more of your words in the form of a new project. Can you tell us more about it?
Happy to. I've been thinking a lot about what's really important. Nothing will make you rethink your life like a citywide alien invasion, right?
Relatable.
And I realized how important the truth is. I started a podcast called The New Normal. I don't know where New York is headed, but I'm looking forward to finding out. With all of you out there. I want to be honest and report what's really happening in the city. Straight up. No exaggerations, no clickbait, you know?
I know exactly what you mean. When you let that junk creep in, it takes over the truth. Warps it into something else, like a
symbiote.
Mary Jane Watson, everybody. Any last notes you'd like to leave us with?
Stay safe out there. Oh, and if you have motorcycle insurance, make sure it includes a villain damage clause.
I could feel the pain in your voice there.
I'm working through it.
Danica Hart and Mary Jane Watson, signing off.
Alright, will we get a JJ as well? And looks like... Oh, this is Miles' father. Sure, might as well.
Hell of a son you raised, Jeff.
Looks like it's already pointed here. That's not the one actually. Here it is.
Parker Luck's back with a vengeance.
Oh, that's it? Come on, Peter. I expected more. Oh yeah, that was the achievement. Kind of a missed opportunity over there. Should have been more. Oh yeah, at least I got the achievement. Right. Thoughts on the game. Again, as I mentioned, I'm glad I did not get any more crashes during the rest of the game. It was a bit rough at the beginning, so I think maybe because they patched up the game, or maybe regardless if I had the patches or not, the game would have been fine. But let's say it was because of the patches, so I'm glad I did not have to bother editing out any crashes and whatnot. That was a bit frustrating at the beginning, and luckily some of the crashes were not exactly all of them mid-action. We did have that one with Miles, and I think that might have been the only one that was right after a fight. And the other ones did a crash, but was not mid-fight, so yeah, I had to redo a bit. Oh, I could add actually the beginning with Sandman. That was a bit frustrating. Luckily the autosaves, when the crashes happened, I had the autosaves right there, so I did not have to do too much to get back to that point. So that's one thing in terms of crashes. Also, if we are on the terms of crashes or glitches, I did notice even towards the end, there was like glitches around the eyes, like flickering, going like the whites of the eyes going dark and whatnot. That sometimes was a bit distracting. roughly annoying, but you know, I think that was most of the glitches of graphical glitches that I noticed, if you're paying attention. And that's kind of it. Now, for the story, I still think, I mean, the first game was a bit more better story. It feels, and I think they kind of overextended, if I'm have to say so myself, they could have scrapped Mysterio's. I mean, they could have kept the challenges, but not made it connected to Mysterio. And who else was it? And Chameleon. I think those two they could have cut out and just have it as a DLC, maybe, and expand more on the main story. Feels like they kind of wanted to say more, but they crammed too much and they not gave enough because they had to split between Peter and Miles. And if you are to take the game just as Peter or just as Miles, it's way more shorter. And speaking of length, I think, yeah, this definitely was shorter than the first one. Or at least it took me fewer episodes to finish. And maybe that's because of the difficulty. The colors that I had on Spectacular, I was expecting to be a bit more difficult, did not feel like it was that bad. It was just a bit towards the end when the symbiotes were around. Yeah, that was a bit raised in difficulty, but not much. Like, I felt like I was breezing through compared with the first one, where, yeah, I kind of really felt like I need to pay attention, focus, whatnot, and like more than if you make more than one mistake, then that's it. Here, only if I just select off. And there were a few times I'm like, okay, I fought really bad. That was mainly my fault because I was not trying that hard. Oh, hey JJ.
Can you smell the change in the air? It's fresh and clean. A new day for this world. Staring down the face of the apocalypse offers a new perspective on life. Time to let go of old grievances. Rearrange priorities. While the world waited with bated breath to see if they would be next. New York stood tall and held the line. We did not acquiesce. After we take a moment to celebrate the freedom we fought so hard to retain, we must then turn our sights to the people responsible for putting us in harm's way to begin with. I'm talking about Oscorp and, of course, the Spider-Man. You're going to hear a lot of conflicting reports and lies surrounding the events of last week, but let me assure you, this is still just the facts here. So let's lay them out. Spider-Man was seen wearing a black suit. Then a monster appears wearing a similar suit. Then our proud city is overrun by similar monsters. Oscorp is claiming it's Spider-Man's fault for stealing Oscorp's research. That doesn't surprise me. But Oscorp needs to be held accountable for creating these damn creatures in the first place. This is what happens when corporations try to play God and individuals overreach. Of course, hoping for legal ramifications for wrongdoers is like hoping for an ice cream shop in the desert. We must not forget where the blame lies. We can't forgive either. But for now, enjoy life. We're lucky to have it.
Always a pleasure, Jonah. Always a pleasure. Right. And actually, now this kind of reminded me of a part of the story. I would say, yeah, I kind of liked how they connected how Connors lost the arm. And considering that it was years ago, I'm assuming the meteorite dropped on Earth when maybe Spider-Man was around for just a couple of years, 1, 2, maybe 3 years. Because in the first game, Harry was already in the tank, and the timeline between the first game and the second, I think it's at least a year. I think they dropped it somewhere around the game saying like, oh, last year was crazy, or maybe last year was meant what happened in Harlem with Miles Morales. So let's say at least 1 year, 1 year and a half passed since Harry was still in the tank. And I'm assuming I would add maybe 1 or 2 years. I can remember in the first game when they said that Harry went to Europe. When was the time? So yeah, I would say maybe around 4 years when the meteor arrived, 4 to 5 years. So that was a bit of nice connection of how Connors lost the arm. And still not sure, they did not exactly answer what was with the stone exactly, like where it, how it came to be. Was like his little spaceship, that did it have any other connection and whatnot. That's why I was thinking, like, oh, are they going for the Newell side story and all that? Because we did have that side mission where I think it tied with Spider-Verse, that we had the animated movies with Miles Morales. And I think that character that appeared in that cutscene was from the second, because I can't remember if that character appeared in the first one. So there is not far-fetched if they're gonna do like Newell and whatnot. Who knows, maybe in the third game. And now regarding the symbiotes, as I said in the previous episode, yeah, they're all cleared once we destroy the stone. But I'm pretty sure that didn't destroy Carnage, the other symbiote that Cassidy had. That would be a bit anticlimactic, you know, like have it and then in the next game say like, oh, actually that one got destroyed as well. I was like, yeah, but you have Carnage, a major character, and you can't just wipe him between games off screen. You know, like, wait, hold up. So I'm pretty sure that that one is still around. Now, for characters, yes, I did remember correctly. I did have to double check to make sure Cindy Moon is or will be Silk. Not sure how they're gonna tie in the game, because I believe when they created the character in the comics and whatnot, she basically became Silk at the same time as Peter became Spider-Man. And in the game, it's not just 1 year, half a year that passed since Peter became Spider-Man, like 8 years was it, I believe. So almost 10 years of Spider-Man and Silk was not around, unless they're gonna say we just recently moved to New York, Silk was doing her stuff, you know, in other parts of the world. They could do that and be like, okay, we're done with the explanation. Not a great one, but what can you do? Overall, like I said, they could have maybe dispensed with the Mysterio and Chameleon and maybe expanded a bit more on the main story. Venom kind of appeared really late, and Kraven was just like a middle boss. I don't know. I'm trying to think if... I mean, of course, with the action what happened, we did get Venom, Black Suit, and whatnot. But I'm kind of thinking, if there was no Kraven, would still Venom appear, you know? Who knows, there could have happened other things, and then Peter got the Black Suit and all that, and then Venom appeared. So basically, having Kraven was just something extra to speed things up. Again, that's why I say I think the first game had a better story. This one kind of felt a bit all over the place. It's kind of feels they tried to do too many things, and in the end they did not focus enough on all the things. Also, I would have to say kind of a bit unbelievable the missions with MJ. Like, come on. I understand the first ones with the hunters that you had to sneak, we had in the first game as well, that we had to sneak, but then doing good against the symbiotes, Venom and whatnot, like, that's a bit far-fetched, to be honest. I would give a pass on the part when she was hiding from Peter when he went a bit berserk with the black suit. Because I was thinking maybe there was a teeny bit of Peter still inside, like fighting the symbiote, so the symbiote doesn't hurt MJ. And you can say, maybe there she had a bit of fighting chance because of Peter struggling with the suit somehow. But yeah, in my opinion, she shouldn't have survived on her own that far. Like, it's a bit far-fetched. But yeah, she did. And that, in terms of progress and what I had here, I do remember in the first game we had the criminal activities as well. Again, this looks like it was a fewer things to do for the progress, spread out evenly. And we had that period that I had to do only the main missions until the symbiote nest appeared. Again, difficulty wise, I'm surprised it was not that hard on spectacular. Now, probably if I try the ultimate, it's gonna be a bit more harder. I'm assuming I can do that as a new game plus, and then of course you can do it as a normal game, not new game plus and whatnot. Other than that, looks like I have these abilities. Alright, so I can choose with them. This was a nice addition that you can choose from some of the abilities. Same for Miles. So you could customize how you wanted to play, how it suits you. And whatnot. Suits overall, again, most of them we had in the previous game. Newer ones, I think maybe this one is a new one. I think the homemade suit. But yeah, we have the Bodega suit with Spider-Man on our back. Maybe I'll do a new game plus with that one on. Then we have a Wolverine kind of suit. Then we have the Craven one. Yeah, not really a fan of the Evolve suit, to be honest. It's kind of having no full mask and having the hair out. The rest, I guess, but then also why the shoes? Like all these other shoes, they seem connected. The shoes with the suit and this one, just regular shoes. Is that okay? I see the logo. I see you there, hidden ad. I see you. Alright, so that's why. I have a feeling that's why he has shoes on. Which, I don't know, seems a bit off. Yeah, I kind of wish they could have let Mysterio and Chameleon for like DLC. It felt like, yeah, let's just have some villains in there just for the fun of it. Now, as far as I know, they're not gonna make any DLC. And if they would have had, I mean, there are some areas here. The map goes up until here. This could have been a DLC area, and maybe it was planned. This could have been easily maybe 2 districts, or even 3, depending how you wanna split them. Maybe here as well, another district, and then on this side, this would be the rest of New York, so maybe no. Yeah, this kind of looks, they would have planned for a DLC in this area, because it looks like it's not explored how the map was when you started the game. Same with this. Well, who knows? Maybe they are making some DLCs and they release it on PC a bit more quicker, and when the DLC arrives, it's gonna be released on PS and PC as well. Who knows? Also, speaking of villains, I'm surprised they made the decision to have who's dead? Scorpion, Vulture. Who else? So it's Scorpion, Vulture. That's dead. And then, of course, we have Craven that's died from Venom. Ah, and Shocker. If I remember correctly, right? That I thought for a second was that Prowler. But no, it was the Shocker suit. So we have 3 villains that are completely off the board. Although they could go into multiverse shenanigans and then bring them back. They could do that. Especially since we had that Spider-Bot side mission. Or not exactly side mission. Collectibles and then ending with that one. Anything else to say? Yeah, enjoy the game. Not as much as the first one in terms of story. They could have expanded a bit more the main story and just dispensed with Mysterio altogether. They could have just left this challenge, but I don't know, maybe as tech that was still lying around and just have some recordings of him and not him himself appear in the game. It made me think, oh, maybe he's gonna have a bigger role, but no. That was not the case. We'll see where they go from there. From now, I'm gonna leave it here for this episode, a bit more on the shorter side. The EMF experiment did not take a lot. I was hoping maybe it's gonna be a bit more longer, but that was not the case. And I guess we'll see what the plans are. For now, hope you enjoyed this episode and playthrough, guys, and I'll see you in the next ones, whichever they may be. But as always, and don't forget to take care.